Phil Salt from the team or drop him from the opening slot?
You drop it from the players like Hardik and Sanju stepping up. So it shows that the Butler square captaincy will be questioned if this
Correct.
continues. Taking him, too well. I don't know, too not. I would not say too well, but they're not speaking much of him.
A dominating performance by the men in blue at the iconic Eden Gardens. And England just did not have any answers to their questions. And now we shift to MA Chidambaram Stadium, Chennai. We're going to host the second T20I. The games are coming thick and fast, but it was very fast, to be honest, the first T20I. The way India batted, the way India bowled as well. I have Gian with me. Gian, overall performance of Team India, first of all, and then we'll go in depth.
I think since from winning the toss to I think ending the match on a winning note, I think everything was ticked. I think nothing went wrong. The way Arshdeep started with the new ball, getting Phil Salt out early, that was very important because if that guy sets in, so we know what he can do. Especially he was with KKR till last year, and
Exactly.
he was very very dominating with Sunil Narayan opening the batting for
Exactly.
them.
Absolutely.
So it was very important to get him out, and but it was also important to get Ben Duckett out early. I think even he is a guy who can change the momentum of the game. Anything like he can play maybe a cameo or something, but he
Correct.
never allowed these batters to settle in, and he kept taking regular wickets, and left Butler there as a lone warrior, as he loves batting at Eden, and reminds me of that famous 100 he scored against KKR.
Exactly.
And the same he went yesterday also scoring 69 odd runs, 17 odd runs. So I think it was really, really good the way he batted. But again, it shows that England are in that transition phase. And apart from that, I think
Absolutely.
Varun Chakravarti, that mystery spinner, as we say, I think he really was a big mystery for England.
Absolutely, he indeed was. But you said about Josh Butler, 68 of 44, the only lone warrior for England in that batting unit. But I'll start from the front. You said about Arshdeep Singh striking in the first over against Phil Salt, whom we all know loves batting at Eden Gardens, tarnished last season as well with Sunil Narayan. But if you notice closely, Surya Kumar Yadav gave him the third over inside the power play itself. Despite having going with just two seamers, Nitish Kumar Reddy was not bowled itself. So how bold a decision was that to bowl Arshdeep your best at bowler in the third over inside the power play, which clearly showed I need the wicket of Josh Butler.
See, it is always important to use your best bowler inside the power play, knowing that that bowler can get you the wickets. I mean, the fact that he got Phil Salt out on third ball of the innings. So I think it itself proves that how crucial Arshdeep is. I mean, he's I
Correct.
think one of the fastest bowlers to reach become the Indian highest wicket taker
Correct.
inside 61 matches. I mean, that's absolutely creditable. The fastest bowlers to reach become the Indian highest wicket
Correct.
taker inside 61 matches. I mean, that's absolutely creditable. And it didn't even click that Arshdeep has reached the first rank in terms of
Correct.
the Crocs, surpassing a lot of big names.
Big names.
So I think
Absolutely.
he has a long way to go. Of course, he's going to touch the three-figure mark, hopefully in the next game and only, and could be will be the first Indian to do so. So I think absolutely creditable. And yeah, you need such bold decisions. I mean, the T20 World Cup is coming next year, and the preparations are already going on. So it's very important to take these and small notes very very like they have to study very deeply, and it has to be learned. These things have to be learned very like to take bold calls. Like these things have to be tick mark first. Taking bold calls, the captaincy. I think it is going. That's what it is going well so far.
Absolutely. It is going very, very good, I must say. But a few of the moments I've witnessed that, like Surya Kumar mentioned in the press conference, the involvement of Hardik Pandya. And I was seeing very closely that Hardik Pandya was also leading the side alongside Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya was always inside 30-yard circle, but even if Hardik was in the long off region, he was leading the side. He was doing the field placements alongside Sanju Samson, whom we all know is a captain for the Rajasthan Royals as well. Then I come to that man who loves playing at the Eden Gardens, KKR's player Varun Chakravarti. He turned the game on its head in the middle over. These conditions, I think, are ideal. I think just like it was at the Eden Gardens, it's going to be the same for him at Chepauk.
Definitely. See, another you said just mentioned about these players like Hardik and Sanju stepping up. So it shows that the senior players are taking up responsibility.
Absolutely.
Irrespective, they're not saying who's the captain or who's the vice captain.
No,
You are the senior player. Go out and help out your teammates. There are a lot of
there was
youngsters
an
like
over where Hardik bowled, I think, three or four boundaries in one over.
yeah.
He's hit for four boundaries. Nobody spoke to him, not even Surya Kumar Yadav, because everybody knew Hardik knows it best. He knows he bowled in bad deliveries. Nobody spoke to him, not even Surya Kumar Yadav for one extent.
See, when the bowler is gone through the stage, and especially if it is a senior bowler, obviously you just will not go up to him. You will know what to do. Hardik has already, played a lot of matches in all three formats, so he knows the best. And he's captain Mumbai Indians also. He's captain Gujarat Titans, won them the title also. So I don't think a player like him needs
And he's also bowled the
recommendations. Of
final
course,
over in the World Cup final.
definitely. See, unless you're a bowler like Jasprit Bumrah, or maybe at that caliber, or maybe a Mohammad Shami, who can go up to him and maybe tell him what to do. Other than that, I don't see anyone, going up to him and telling him, because as you mentioned, like he knows what he is doing. Even in any bowler in the world can get smacked today. Like there is not a bowler who has not got such treatment.
Absolutely, that's something they could have looked into. But similarly, England, if you come into equation, did they miss a little bit more on their batting unit? Do you think Butler should have opened, or Butler at three is okay? Similarly, Jacob Bethel held at number six. Should Jacob Bethel have come up the order to bring some left-hander factor into the 11 after Ben Duckett's dismissal? Because you knew you will get the face likes of Varun Chakravarti, Ravi Bishnoi, Aksha Patel. Couple of them are bowlers that come into the left-hander, and only Varun is the mystery spinner. What's your thought? Should Jacob Bethel have come up the order?
See, England right now are in a transition phase. I mean, they have just started. They've just gotten Brendan McCullum as the white ball coach also. So basically, the baseball era just began. But I think they are experimenting a lot right now, and which is why I think this is all happening. A lot of miscommunication, a lot of wrong decisions. Not let Josh open, because Josh is obviously best as open. Especially in T20. Fine, ODI is fine where he can come at 5 or 6. But in T20, we have always seen this guy open, and he's been that destructive mode in any team. You see Rajasthan Royal, you can see Pahal
Correct.
Royal, or anywhere, even in England domestic 100 matches, he's been opening games. You like fine. It was his decision. I mean, it is a time for every team to experiment something. They must have expected Phil Salt, who is obviously an opener, and Ben Duckett. They must have gone with the right left
Correct.
combination. But I
Correct.
can maybe they could drop Phil Salt for the next game, and maybe Josh could come open with Duckett, and maybe that has Bethel to also promote up the order. But yeah, I
So
think
drop Phil Salt from the team or drop him from the opening slot?
yeah, drop it from the team, because it doesn't make sense, getting him elsewhere, because he also is an opener, maximum a three-number player. But I think that makes it unfair for other players also. They already have a big batting lineup. They have, if you see deeply, they have a batting till number 11. They have all players who can bat
Correct.
somewhere and they can get those runs.
And that's the
So
reason
I,
why
it,
from 102 for 8, they went up to 130.
yeah, exactly. And even see, Phil Salt is a keeper, Ben Duckett is a keeper, Josh Butler is a keeper. It doesn't make sense keeping all three together. So might as well you drop Salt and get Butler open with Duckett if they want to continue with the right left combination, or drop the Duckett. That's the only solution here, I think. And they need to come as a unit. They were not looking as a unit yesterday. They
Correct.
were like looking very here and there. Gus Atkinson was, he's a very top quality bowler. Had a very
Absolutely.
wonderful summer in the previous year, but he got thrashed by Sanju in that opening over.
And just like you said, if it's a senior bowler, unless it's just with Bumrah and Mohammad Shami, you will not walk up to the bowler. Gus Atkinson was from fine leg, if I'm not mistaken. Jofra Archer came running and had a chat with him. So that's where I see the inexperience coming from Gus Atkinson. But Mark Wood, there was a couple of deliveries, you bowled 152 clicks. That's some serious pace in the Eden Garden surface, which was offering pace and bounce. But England went all guns blazing. They were setting up typical fields, which we have seen under the captaincy of Ben Stokes, but Butler was doing the same. There were a few occasions where mid-on was not in place, mid-wicket was not in place. Typical things happen in baseball era.
Yeah, see, this is what I was noticing yesterday. The way Abhishek was hitting, he was making use of the field which was coming in. He was using the aerial route. He hit
Correct.
around eight or nine sixes, I think, in his innings. So it applies a lot of things. Like he must have seen the field is coming up. So maybe they were maybe looking to them to maybe like say, fine, go ahead. What will you do? Maybe the England were hoping for a miss hit or something, because Garden's boundaries are big, okay, huge, and miss hits, it becomes difficult to run from long off or long on to come
Correct.
till mid off or mid on to go for a mistime hit. And maybe the batsman with a mistime, and if you're coming running, they can easily take 2 or 3 runs. So to avoid this, I think they were looking for that mishit, but I think the target was too very very low. I think to for that thing, and I think the damage was already done by Sanju and Abhishek already, because they were inside power play only. I think they had almost more than 50% of the runs done. So I think they're only I think then they were just trying those small things. I think obviously that will be looked under, and obviously Butler's captaincy will be questioned if this
Correct.
continues.
Absolutely, even I think so, because Butler did do a very, very good job. That's the reason why England posted 130. But I think on the other hand, India, carnage at the top of the order. Abhishek Sharma set the stage on fire. 79, not just 34 deliveries. He was paying every single delivery to its merit. But the ball striking, clean ball striking, prove why he has been back to the T20 as at the moment ahead of Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Definitely. See, this is what it is happening. Like we were, from the T20 World Cup, what the squad was to now what the squad is. If you notice, the transition has already happened with all the senior three senior players like Kohli, Rohit, and Jadeja, all three stepping down and making way for these youngsters. And now you're dropping, you're not dropping. I mean, you're resting Jasprit Bumrah for the T20 series, getting these youngsters in. So it is a brilliant transition phase going on, getting Abhishek Sharma ready with Sanju Samson opening. So they are tick marking every slot. Fine. If one of them fails, there is obviously Yashasvi Jaiswal there as a
Correct.
backup. If Sanju is having issues, maybe they could call up Shubman Gill, or maybe they could
Exactly.
call up Ruturaj Gaikwad. So these things are getting ticked quickly. I think Sanju and Abhishek are doing a fabulous job. Yashasvi can add that thing and create more pressure that they can keep fighting for their positions. I think, well, a lot of boxes are being ticked already. I think because
But
see that.
I'll interrupt you here. But there are a lot of talks going on about these players. But where has the pocket dynamo gone? Ishan Kishan has not been discussed by any means at all.
See, already there are a lot of keepers, waiting in line. There is obviously Sanju is already performing. He's doing well. I think there is Rishabh Pant in line. He was there with the T20 squad. There is, I think,
No, Dhruv Jurel is
Rituraj.
currently with the
Dhruv,
squad.
absolutely there is Dhruv Jurel. There is Dhruv Jurel. So I think it becomes difficult for a player like Ishan Kishan, and obviously again Ishan would have played as an opener role in T20. He's always
Hmm.
opened for MI. He's always opened for Gujarat Lions. So I think it becomes really difficult to where to play him at. So again, there is because if there is no Abhishek Sharma, no Sanju Samson, there is Yashasvi Jaiswal waiting, there is Ruturaj Gaikwad waiting. It becomes
Correct.
difficult to fill that keeper batsman slot, especially as an opener.
Absolutely, that is something which becomes very tough. But Ishan Kishan has to continue his weight, and probably he has to make or break in the IPL season, to be honest. But this is what lies ahead for Team India. Now we move to Chennai, expecting Rang Turner for sure, 100%. We'll see what happens. But England have to be at their best, not by any means. So what happened at Eden Gardens? Not by any means. That's all. What happened yesterday is done and dusted. Now they need to focus on what's coming up in the second T20. Moving into the players to watch out for, according to me, for India. I'll go with Abhishek Sharma, Varun Chakravarti, and Akshar Patel. For England, I'll go with Adil Rashid, Harry Brook, and Mark Wood are my three players to watch out for. Your takes, please, Diane.
I think I think sums it up. I think see India is 99% going to be the same 11.
Correct.
It will be difficult, but I will rear in this one. I will go for Ravi Bishnoi because that guy he silently creates opportunities. Like yeah, you have Varun Chakravarti definitely, but Bishnoi also gets you that variations. If Chakravarti, I've noticed him, he just has, as of now, he just has one variation, but Bishnoi offers you a lot of variation. But this guy can trouble England a lot at Chepauk, especially. So
Okay.
this is my one pick, and one pick from England squad to watch out for will be Adil Rashid, definitely, because again a quality leggy, he can add
Very
runs at the
quality.
end. If as a tail ender also he can bat, you know, he can bat. He can if they need some runs, add some runs. And bowling, he can bowl anytime and on any kind of a pitch, and he can be a very troublesome to our batters,
Okay,
especially
so
on a
you're
Chennai pitch.
exactly that's where you need to look into. But you said that India probably will go for 99% the same lineup. Before I move on to the predicted 11, we have the battles coming up. But this is the question I wanted to ask you. At home conditions, Mohammad Shami was not picked at Eden Gardens. Are you happy with that call that he has not been rushed back into the side?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it doesn't make sense rushing him. It's such an see the main thing here is getting him involved with the squad, getting him prepare with the squad. He'll be bowling in the practice nets. He'll be giving his involvement with the youngsters is going to be very crucial. See, always when you have these kind of bowlers, Shami, Bumrah, or maybe before it was Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, etc. Umesh Yadav was there before. So when these senior players are there inside the squad, even if they don't play, their presence, their involvement becomes a lot better. The dressing room environment becomes better because it's such a brilliant opportunity for player bowlers like Hardik, there's bowlers like Arshdeep, etc. and Nitish Kumar Reddy. It really puts it gives them a lot of confidence going because you have a player like quality bowler like Shami who's has tons of experience and no need to rush him, but there is absolute pointless to rush him. Like everyone's performing, play him in a maybe a dead rubber game, or if
Hmm,
you have won the
correct.
series already, just play him
And
there,
especially
use
not
him
in
for two
conditions
overs.
like Chennai, he's not going to be useful out there, to be honest.
No,
And
no,
that's
no, no,
what I think
absolutely
that
no, 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 no,
I think
no.
they probably will go with the same 11. We'll come to that. But moving into the battles to watch out for the second T20, I'll go with Ravi Bishnoi versus Jock Butler at my number one. Varun Chakravarti versus Liam Livingston. And I continue to say that Jofra Archer versus Surya Kumar Yadav are my third.
Mm, see, Jofra and Surya have some tremendous
Score to settle.
rivalry. I think definitely a score to settle. Can never forget that. Surya's debut 6-2 Archer above
Exactly.
the shot, like above the fine leg.
Fine
That
leg, yeah.
was a welcome to international cricket for him. But see, one more would be it would be Ravi Bishnoi to maybe, I don't know, Harry Brook. Harry Brook is a good spin bowler. I mean, sorry, a good spin player. So I think Bishnoi against, I will not actually say Harry Brook, Bishnoi against the top order, if you ask me, top order, or maybe the just the middle order, because this is going to be a big watcher. Because as I said, Bishnoi is not really spoken of. Is not really, people are not taking him, too well. I don't know, too not. I would not say too well, but they are not speaking much of him.
Correct.
So as I said, this guy, if he can get in, he's going to be honest, because we have seen this guy how he bowls, how he chirps in wickets. Even if he goes for a few runs, maybe in 2 overs he'll go 20, 22 runs also, but he'll get you those 2, 3 wickets where it is
Exactly.
needed.
Exactly, 100%. He's a match winner as well with the ball in hand for India in the T20 eyes. Moving into the predicted playing 11, and this is my predicted playing 11 for Team India. Unchanged one, no brainer about that. Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, the openers. Still at 1 by 3. Surya Kumar Yadav at 4. Rinku Singh, Hardik Pandya, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Akshar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Varun Chakravarti, and Ravi Bishnoi. Unchanged one for me, Jian. Same for you?
Yes, yes, no changes at all. There's no need to get anybody in.
Okay, so no changes for you. Moving on to the England playing 11. This might just have a couple of here and there. So I'll go for Ben Duckett and Phil Salt. I continue as my openers. Josh Butler at number 3. Harry Brook at 4. Liam Livingston at 5. Jacob Bethel at 6. Jamie Overton at 7. Rehan Ahmed at number 8. Jafra Archer, Adil Rashid, and Mark Wood are the 3 bowlers remaining one. I've dropped Gus Atkinson. I've gone with Rehan Ahmed, adding an extra spinner.
See, I would maybe it'll be a bit harsh, but I will drop Phil Salt here and promote Butler at the top, and if the batting order remains in, I will get Rayan Ahmed.
Okay, so you continue. So you're going with the 3 seamers still.
See, as I said, you need batting, bowling both. I mean, England were looking short of options here in terms of bowling also, because so I think the more bowling options they have, it's better for them.
Okay, and that's one more shock I saw in the first T20. Yeah, they did not play Saqib Mahmood, who is in red hot form, and I was very surprised that England did not go for that. But that's all we have. Predictions time, Jihan. Is it 2-0 or is it 1-1?
2-0.
2-0 straight away answer. I think it's going to be very difficult for India, rather England in a stadium like Chepauk Stadium to handle spin especially. So India going for, Jihan is going for 2-0 for Team India. No brainers about that. It's India versus England at the iconic Chidambaram Stadium, the second T20. And don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire, press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much and bye-bye.